Black History Month, and I want to see Black people win. So, congratulations. I haven't seen it. I probably will. I mean, I'm a hater, I guess. I'm a hater, Frankie, because I don't see it. I do not. I don't see it. I don't see Anthony Mackie as a leading man. I also have real questions about Marvel's decision to include a child-sized Mossad agent. Like, for what? I mean, I hadn't thought about who to put instead, but again, back to Frankie, I think a Wakandan spy would have been fantastic. But again, I haven't seen it, so I can't offer an informed opinion. I can just say, as someone who's seen the trailers, like, I will only see it in order to support a Black main man. There's no other reason. I like Marvel, but I don't know. Anthony Mackie doesn't sell it for me.
Well, let's keep it real. Steph wants to date the movie. Steph doesn't want to go and see a movie. She wants to be engaged to the movie. She wants to be able to envision herself alongside the man. Not that she needs one, because she's perfectly fine with who she's with, but the person that she sees as a leading actor, she wants to envision as a romantic interest for her life story. And if she can't imagine that person as a romantic interest for her life story, then they're not justifiably cast in this movie, because they don't fit her meet me at the aisle, love at first sight, married at first sight, 90-day fiance, blind. They don't fit that realm, and that's kind of what. Go ahead.
I don't think it's quite that simple, but I do think the leading character of a Marvel movie should have some kind of sex appeal. Like, RDJ doesn't do it for me, but the people who he does it for, like, I get it. I can see why you feel how you feel. Anthony Mackie, I'm like, I don't get it, and I don't know why someone else would either.
Oh.
Listen,
that is a way a lot of people feel. As you know, we have our group, and I've said multiple times in the group, I believe this movie will suffer because of Anthony Mackie's appearance, and I hate that, but I'm a realist, so I believe that could indeed be a deterring factor, especially for folks that are aesthetically, demanding, so to speak. At the same time, on the other end of that spectrum, I don't know if you watched The Simpsons, if you ever were a Simpsons fan. But when Simpsons was at the height of its prime, Homer at one point in time became this superhero called Everyman. Do you know what I'm talking about, Ty? He became Everyman. Now, what was so special about Everyman? It was that he had a beer belly. he had a bald head, but he could still put on a suit and rescue motherfuckers the same way a Batman or a Superman could. And he was getting so popular in the show. Obviously, it's a sitcom, because people they called him Everyman. Like, he's just a regular dude. You know what I'm saying? And I think that there's some of that missing in Marvel. And I'm kind of happy for them kind of evening the stakes with not having everybody as a dime or a 12 or a baddie. And every now and then, a good old 7.5 deserves a shot. You know what I'm saying? Maybe a 6. I don't know what you want to call them, but every now and then, some of us normal-looking dudes just want to feel like we can have a shot as well. Everybody's not going to have green eyes and 12-pack, and sometimes it's not bad to be able to just say, you know what? You can hold down a roll too. You know what I mean?
This is not about Aaron Pierre, all right? Don't bring him into this.
Pierre, that's Mufasa. I want to see what's going to happen. Like, are we going to get Anthony Mackie on the Jen Hudson runway? Did it not happen yet? It better happen. I want to see Anthony Mackie. That's Captain America. Hey,
can he dance? Do we think he can dance?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think he can. I think Anthony Mackie can. I don't see any reason why. Isn't Anthony Mackie from New Orleans?
He is from New Orleans, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah,
I mean, there's some probably some soul in there.
let's not confuse his lack of sex appeal with his lack of culture. Right?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like there's a difference between just this dude may not do it for me and the dude ain't black. You know what I'm saying? He may not do it for you, but the motherfucker black. You know what I'm saying? And even if he hasn't unveiled his black love interest yet, if that hasn't happened, I don't know, because I know that's the determining factor how black they are. Who by your side? You know what I'm saying? Because you're gonna lose points. But I just think that I hear what you said. I'm not disagreeing with what you said. And of course, everybody, we have our own internal feelings about what's going to make us want to go see a movie. I felt the same way as you, as I've been expressing, but I got a lie. I ain't gonna lie. I'm pleasantly surprised with the results to what it is that happened. I still do agree. I still think that they probably could have held the Hulk stuff, but it is what it is. But I'm glad, as Steph always does, she provides us with her insight. Go ahead. Something else?
I've been sitting here analyzing, like, why is it that I have such strong disdain for Anthony Mackie? That man's never done anything to me. But here's what I think it is. I think I'm angry at Hollywood for giving us an average looking black main character, because they would never let an average looking white man star in a whole Marvel movie. White men are not my thing. I don't date them. But I can recognize when a white man is, aesthetically well put together, pleasing to the eye. But I just feel like white Marvel leads are consistently very, very, very good looking. So why can't all of our black Marvel leads also be incredibly good looking?
Steph, you think Paul Rudd is exception?
Paul Rudd is a very handsome man and does not age. That man he has some black genes somewhere.
He don't age.
He's looked the same.
He moisturizes and minds his business, and that's why he don't age.
Yes,
it's like a very average white man to me, but I'm not a woman, so I don't know.
But he's probably playing. That's what I'm here for.
But you know who Steffi loves? She thinks Chris Pratt is so sexy.
Okay. My
bad. Oh, you don't? Okay. What do I do that plays Iron Fist?
Chris Pratt is an asshole, so that's why I don't like him. But I do think that on a just looking at a photo attraction scale, I would rate his. If I looked at black men and white men the same, which I don't, but if I was just looking objectively, I would say most people would say Chris Pratt is more attractive, looks more like a leading man than Anthony Mackie.
Wow.
He looks like someone's supportive side brother.
Chris Pratt
he looks like made for TV face.
Yes, he looks like he came out of the Hollywood machine. Nothing special, but like they plugged and played the things, put him together.
Go ahead, Ty.
So, because I'm kind of understanding where this is going. So you do realize that Chris Pratt used to be on a show. What was it called?
Oh yeah, Parks and Rec, and he was a big guy.
Parks and Recreation. Now, when Chris Pratt was on that show, he was overweight and not nearly the sex symbol of that he is now. He got in shape, and once he got in shape, then women were like, "Oh my God, Chris Pratt is actually a very attractive man," although he's had the same face the whole time. What I'm gathering is that Anthony Mackie does not have the physique yet to encompass the whole main guy signal, because when it comes down to it, I don't think the man, I'm over here judging men and whatnot, but I don't think the man is a bad looking man. But when it comes down to it, facial expressions can be a thing. The way you sit, you have that resting, face or whatever, that clearly is a problem. And I've said that before, but I think Anthony Mackie, you would be pleasantly surprised to see the version that they put on screen in Captain America, as opposed to the version that you may have seen, I'd probably say in the TV series, because he definitely buffed up. He definitely put on some muscle. You don't think so? You think his body looks the same?
This ain't got nothing to do with his body. Steph don't think he's cute. All right, she's a face person. Okay,
I'm just saying
everything she said thus far. She said Paul Rudd, his skin. She said Chris Pratt, yes, asshole, but face. Okay, she doesn't like his face. That's what this is all about. And that's what, frankly, I ain't gonna lie. It basically tells me that if I was to be cast in a movie as Marvel, Steph would not watch that movie. You know what I'm saying? Like it's kind of it. The hope that Anthony Mackie gives to an average Joe like me is that I could play a role like this. But according to Steph,
Tyler,
nah, bro, dimes only. You know what I mean? And I gotta contest that, man, because I mean, you're right. Marvel has been consistent in bringing folks to the screen that have been quote unquote attractive or whatever, but not in every single project. Like, let's look at the Eternals. Nobody really is looking at my man Brian Tyree Henry for his looks. And even though there was a cast of characters that included a lot of Game of Thrones folks, not everybody, okay? And so in addition to that, but Steph does have a point, because when you look down the line, even if you take the Sony movies, right, you're looking at folks like Aaron Taylor, right, Johnson. You're looking at folks like what's my man that played Eddie Brock, Venom, man, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I just can't think of his name right now.
Come on, comment section, pull up, man. You know what I'm talking about. Tom Hardy. You know, you got your Tom Hollands. You got your I mean, if you want to put, I got a feeling Steph might not agree, but if you want to put Luke Cage, Daredevil, and all of those other folks in there, then yeah, you know, some folks will call them heartthrobs.
Oh, Luke Cage is fine. It's good.
Yeah, he could hold me like a lawn chair.
We had a moment once. He's kissed me on the cheek. It's fine. It's no big deal. No big deal. He likes girls from Howard. It's fine. No big deal.
But we've also had Danny Rand. Like, I snuck this up on screen a little bit. Like, I don't see nobody coming to the screen like, yo, I want to see Danny Rand. And you know, it does happen. I mean, I don't know how many people are really into the dude that plays Punisher. Go ahead.
First of all,
Don Barenthal,
he could get it. He could call me all of the disrespectful, disgusting things, and I would look up at him with glee. Okay, that man could run me ragged. But I'm just saying, because they're Punisher with Daredevil, look, you could bring back everybody else, Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, but do not invite the motherfucker who played Danny Rand. Don't even fucking think about it. He's not invited. Get somebody else. I don't want to see the motherfucking face on my screen ever again.
Okay. Go ahead, Steph.
Deposit that Anthony Mackie should have played Killmonger. Okay, it was an appropriate size role. You know, it'd be easy to feel how they wanted me to feel about the character. And Michael B. Jordan should have been our Black Captain America, and it would have worked. It would have worked, and it would have been a very different response. I can buy into and believe that with no problems at all.
Yeah. I'm going to hard reject that. We're not doing that.
I don't know.
Y'all are haters.
Nah,
you know what? I think I'm okay with Michael B. Jordan having played Killmonger because he is now dead, and we get to see him in other things. Because I rewatched that trailer for Sinners right before Captain America, and I said, God damn, I can't fucking wait. Because when's the last time we had a good vampire movie? 30 Days of Night, and that was too fucking long ago.
Oh my God.
I'm ready.
Wow, I forgot about that movie. Holy
that
shit.
Movie fucked me up. I was like, when the mountain was like, you want to go to Alaska? I was like, you know what they got over there? You know what they got up there?
I don't know how to pull the comments up, but Skylar is cracking me up. Skylar, the writer, said, don't nobody want to Chippendales Rescue Rangers Killmonger.
Thank you. You know, you cannot listen. We could not have seen Anthony Mackie take his shirt off and like, I've been training all my life for this. I was in Seas, Iraq, Afghanistan.
You're right.
Come on, bro. That's not happening, bro. Come on, Steph. Come on, Steph. Bring it in, Steph.